Bit of a project, is it?
Yeah, it is. CAFE RACER.
Oh yeah. Perfect.
Well, my day just got a whole lot better. That truck driver out there, he just delivered my project bike, my CAFE RACER. Well, it's just a CB750 at the moment, and it's looking very run down, but I guess that's the whole point. I haven't even had a chance to finish the frame for the hydraulic lift table. Still painting it at the moment, but yeah, pretty good day. Just a matter of finishing this frame and pretty much painting it, putting it back together, putting a top on it, putting a front wheel lock or chock, so that I can load this bike up and see what I can do with it. Start stripping it down. It doesn't currently run at the moment. There's no battery. Well, there's the battery, but there's no charge in the battery, so currently it's just going to be a little bit of a figure that out, find out what's going on with it, and probably clean out the carbies and go from there. So yeah. Okay, so I've had a fairly big win just now. That's the CB750. I've put a new battery in it, Shiro battery. Now, I don't know how to pronounce that properly. I think that's right. It's just had an oil change, oil filter, and I've taken out all the spark plugs. I've got new spark plugs, but I'm not putting them in yet. I just wanted to fire it up. I purchased this, the history of this bike is I purchased it from a wrecker, from a place in Sydney. Now, Sydney is 9 hours drive away from me. I didn't visually see the bike. I just purchased it because it was damn cheap and it came in. Someone gave me some advice saying this bike is good. It's basically been in storage. An old guy had it and they took it to the wreckers, and this thing was going to be pulled apart for parts. So I got it really cheap and decided to go ahead with it. And the last couple of days I've been building that frame for it to sit on, the actual hydraulic lift table for that bike. Now, just before that, I just built that little trolley, I guess, or cart for my welder and the gas. And I did that just so I could build that frame there. Now, the point to this is that I've just had a big win. I had no idea realistically if the bike engine was any good. I had an idea that I was more of a hope that it was okay, but really didn't have a clue. So basically, after doing all the oil change and taking the spark plugs out, I turned it over and it fires. Well, it doesn't fire, but it's running. The actual cylinders, the whole engine's turning over, which is a very, very good sign. I'm getting a bit of compression from each cylinder, which means there doesn't seem to be any broken parts internally. Well, you never know. So that's the process. The gas tank for this thing, the fuel tank, is just on the floor down there. This one here, that fuel tank is absolutely crusted with old, broken, rotten fuel. I guess flaky rust and just whatever the hell is in there. Obviously the fuel has broken down and just turned to crap. I'm not going to spend any time trying to repair or do anything to that tank because I'm not going to use it, so it's kind of pointless. That's the tank I'm going to use. It's a CB650 1979 model. I really like the shape of that tank when it sits on one of these frames. And so that's the tank I've decided to use, and should look pretty nasty. I'm going to try and get the tank and the line of the seat pretty much. The bottom of the tank's flat, so I'm trying to get that nice flat look going all the way through, and just have a fairly short seat without the hump at the back. So yeah, that's what I really want. That's what I'm going to do. And the rest of it pretty much is just going to happen as it happens. But first of all, I need to get that engine running to find out how it goes, and any issues that I need to solve first. There's no point building this amazing machine with all the perfect lines and having this awesome thing when you haven't even started touching the engine. Like, I need that running. So carburetors are going to come off. They're going to be pulled to pieces. Pretty much I'm going to clean them right out and do what I have to do there. Obviously the jets, I would say the jets will be pretty blocked, like full on, after the look of that fuel tank. The box, the air box and everything that's going, because I'm going to be putting air filters on the front of every single carburetor. So yeah, that's basically what I need to do.